Talking about survival, what do you think is the greatest threat to our survival?
Being unable to take responsibility for ourselves.
That's, you think, is the biggest thing that's happening now that's going to lead to our demise in the future?
To elaborate on this a little bit more, the only species that really survive are the ones which can really adapt to their environment. So the environment changes. Most of the extinctions happen because something in the environment and in the organism didn't click. Imagine you are living for thousands and thousands of years. Nothing is really changing around you, or actually things are changing, but you're not. Do you know how difficult it is to adapt every year or every day? Imagine you have to adapt every century to a new set of rules or customs. And like in the past 20 years, so many things have changed, and we're barely able to adapt to that on a mental and spiritual level. And we're getting allergic to a lot of stuff, and our resilience to change, I think, is going down. So what I really think will happen is that we will become a bunch of slobs, unable to do anything physically demanding, and unable to support that effort with spiritual strength. We might be fit on the outside. People go to gyms these days all the time. People are fit. They go and do this. They go and do that. But there is nothing in here. Hypothetically, if some kind of an invasion would happen.
An alien invasion?
Yes. Let's say there was an alien invasion and they look exactly like human beings and that they have the same set of everything. Okay? Body and mind. It's just that the difference is that they have an unbreakable spirit, and everyone considers it their responsibility to do the best for their group.
Well, I'll be very fascinated to know what maintained that spirit to get them to the point where they can come here and take us.
Stoicism and discipline. No, really, that's true. So,
wow.
If you think, if right now a portal opened from parallel world and these people stepped in, they would take over the world.
Do you think that's just on a superficial level? That's what you see digitally, those people? But
right now,
in reality, if you go to Thailand or Cambodia, you see the real fucking people working hard, You know, like here we can go anywhere, we can see real shit,
agree.
Yeah.
Look, first world countries and countries which are exposed to a lot of garbage, mental garbage. Yeah, we are producing people who are wusses. We don't have hardship in our lives. I always thought that hardship is important. Good kind of hardship is important to shape your soul into something, just like you shape your body into something.
Well, I disagree with you. I think we still do have hardship, but it's in a different form. It's in a capitalistic form.
Fair enough.
We have we have the hardship of making money.
Yes.
It's equivalent to hunting the dragon back then and getting that food from the tiger. It's the same thing, but it's just in a different level now. And it's maybe not as satisfying because we haven't, like our DNA, our biology hasn't adapted to getting those correct healthy chemicals that we get from the tiger, from killing the tiger and eating that, towards getting the money. But maybe that will happen in 200,000 years or a couple million years.
Possible.
But who knows where we'll be?
It's possible.
What the society will look like, what kind of implementation we'll have in the civilizations.
Have you watched WALL-E?
Oh yeah, it's a great movie. You see, I wanted to mention it when you were mentioning Slavs.
Exactly.
That's what's going to happen to us.
It's it sounds ridiculous. And it does sound funny and impossible, but I guess it's possible. Or,
it's mind-blowing because it's from a child's movie, but this concept is profound.
Yeah. I mean, you can see it. You're seeing it right now. You're seeing it right now. Look, if you can satisfy your brain's needs without moving a finger, why would you do otherwise? And today, that's exactly what it is. You wake up, like I told you. You sit, you wake up in the morning, you open your laptop. And everything is there. The whole world is there. And if you have some good video games, and you have a little bit of booze, and you have cigarettes, or your drug of choice if you do drugs, you don't need to go outside. You can just sit and relax, drop a big screen out there, and just stay there.
So we all get to those points in our lives where we indulge in those things and just get lost and, lose our discipline, lose our, strength. What do you think gets us back to that? What do you think it is that brings us back to that real level, to where we start taking care of ourselves?
So either something bad happens to you and you catch it, and then you tell yourself, hey, I have about this much self-respect left. I think it's about time I pulled my head out of my ass. Or it's your friends, and they tell you, you know what, why are you doing this to yourself? friends more than even yourself, because it's difficult to do it on your own. And practicing action.
And what do you think is the biggest barrier for people to take action?
It's too hard.
That it? That's it?
Yeah, it's just too hard. I mean, come on, really. It is too hard. That's where you stumble, like going to the gym. Shit, I hate gym. I don't go there, granted. But like, I try to run every day. People say it's boring. I agree. But you know what? I have to do it. Because I mostly sit at my laptop. So my ass is glued to the chair all the time. And it doesn't do you any favors. It actually kills you. Because your circulation gets cut off with time. You just get a heart attack eventually. People die. Just go and start moving your legs. Boop, 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 boop. You'll get there. But of course, that's running. Now think about much more complicated stuff, like if you want to go and get a job. I mean, you need to start sending emails, for example, different places. But what you really need to be doing is sitting every day from specific point in time to specific point in time, typing away, straining your brain at different the composition of different emails, and then sending them all. It's very, very easy to do. It's just that you don't want to. I think people only do that when it's very, very necessary. In Russia, we say, until the lightning actually strikes, the man will not cross himself.
What does that mean?
So until you're in a frying pan, you're not going to do shit. You know, until you get bit in the ass by a cock.
Sounds very Russian, you know? I get this... You know, like, I don't know why when I think of Russians, and I've met a lot, you know, in my life, I get this very strong energy, you know, like these... No one really has a fucking clue what the fuck they're doing on this planet. Yeah, no. But I do get, like, some people give you that sense more than others. I get this feeling of strength from a lot of Russian men. Where do you think that comes from?
It's hard. It's hard to be a guy in Russia. It's hard to be a woman in Russia. It's hard to be in Russia. Point. Okay, like it's not because of the cold. Like a lot of people go like, oh, but it's cold in Russia. Hey, I was in St. Petersburg in the summer. It was 30 degrees plus. People seem to think that Russians wake up in the morning, you know, they open their wooden hut, you know, they clean out the window and they open the wooden hut. It's like, oh look, Masha, it's snowing out there. It's not like it's something new. Or like, but I can see a little bit of sun. Wait. Oh, yes. So he gets out, he opens the door, you know, of course he wears all the equipment on him. He's like, you know, everything is lined with bottles of vodka, you know, and a big Russian hat, you know, the one with the fur and everything. And he goes out smoking a cigarette and the bottles of moonshine and vodka on him. He goes out and, you know, gets into his polar bear, which is parked there, you know. It's like, wife, I'm going. And he goes on that bear. It's snowing everywhere, and the snow is like 2 meters high. You can see the bear just plowing through the snow. That's not what it is, you know. But life there is difficult, you know. You driving your car, you get weird people. Everybody sees that on YouTube. From a surrealistic or a bit of not unreal point of view, well, I mean, the Russians, they have to be tough. You know, I do believe there is a character. Every nation has a national character. And, you know, we have...
for Sweden, I don't know why I picture Greta Thunberg.
They did give her the finger in Russia big time, though. Oh my god. So they have to be tough because it's a harsh place.